Oh, hey, everybody. We got a great show for you tonight. Senator Adam Schiff was my guest. We harmonized on Seven Bridges Road. What a voice. I cried. But before we start the show, I want to let you know something that I found out just last night. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in May.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well. Unfortunately, as of yesterday, Stephen Colbert was not having a good day. In fact, it is probably the worst day of his life, as he has been fired from his show because he is a terrible person and advocated for the vaccine for everybody to get shots and and all that stuff because he's just so kind and loving. Well, we have this here, Dominic Sorter saying CBS has announced they are canceling The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Good riddance, you leftist piece of trash. Yeah, it's really quite not sad at all. This guy has been a person that's hated on Republicans and everybody is on the right and constantly spewing all this propaganda and stuff like that. He is just not this good person that we want, and he has isolated a lot of his fan base. It's just not good. And we have this here. CBS to cancel Late Show with Stephen Colbert, citing financial decisions. Comes here to say TV's ongoing problems with the late night have come for Stephen Colbert, with CBS announcing Thursday that it plans to end this Late Show after the next TV season, citing a financial decision. The maneuver, which in years of original late night programming at CBS that started when the network lured David Letterman from NBC in 1993, hey, that was the year I was born, comes as the economics of wee hours TV have begun to accelerate, with media companies growing wary of the high price tags involved in producing the shows, while the young viewers they attract watch more of them via digital video. We consider Stephen Colbert irreplaceable and will retire the Late Show franchise in May of 2026. So, a little less than a year from now. But yeah, CBS executive said in a statement, "We are proud that Stephen called CBS home. He and the broadcast will be remembered in the pantheon of greats that grace late night television. This is purely a financial decision against a challenging backdrop in late night. It is not related in any way to the show's performance, content, or other matters happening at Paramount." I highly doubt that. Colbert, who was informed of the network's decision Wednesday evening, according to a person familiar with the matter, told the audience about it at the taping of Thursday's broadcast. It did a fantastic job. I wish somebody else was getting it. He quipped, while offering thanks to CBS executives and the 200 or so staffers who work on his program. So, yeah, it's not going too great for Stephen Colbert. He is getting fired. And, of course, all the lefties are crying about it. Take a look.
Stephen Colbert is getting canceled within a year. Not just him, but the whole show. So, why is the question. This is happening on the eve of a company called Skydance taking over Paramount and CBS through a merger. Now, there is no communication, and there is nothing that says that it's because of Stephen Colbert's political views. However, the fact that Skydance is owned by a man named David Ellis, and that this David Ellis guy is praised by Trump, and Trump blessed the merger and talked about how he was such a great guy, etc., is a big red flag. Because they're canceling the strongest voice in the comedic world against Trump, besides Jon Stewart. But if that is the case, that means that CBS will now be under the control of a company that is buddies with Trump.
I have got some heartbreaking news. Stephen Colbert and The Late Show has been canceled next season. The station is citing financial difficulties. Paramount paid $16 million in a settlement to Trump, and both Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart made jokes saying how it was a big fat bribe and all that other stuff. Disney, if you remember, paid $15 million because of George Stephanopoulos to Trump's library. and all that other stuff. So there's all of this crackdown on all of these news organizations and going after content creators and stuff like that. All this parallel. This is the building of a dictatorship. This is what people like Putin, people like Kim Jong-un, people like that do. They take away any dissenting voice. They threaten to throw them in jail. They threaten to make their lives hell. They dox them. They go after their families. They do things because that's the only way they could win at anything, is to completely, basically cheat and manipulate and force. And nothing's done because it's the right thing to do, because what they do is most likely the wrong thing to do, especially with this administration. Stephen Colbert. It's The Late Show. It's been around for a minute. Really, people? This is the America you think is great? This is okay? This is the freedom of speech that you bitched when he had gag orders during court, when he was literally threatening people's lives in public, or turning angry mobs to their homes when he was gagged from doing that? You flipped the hell out that how dare they quiet him? How dare they try and tell him to stop? You don't think there's any pressure? You don't think it's a coincidence that Stephen Colbert's show just got canceled? Like The Apprentice back in the day? That got canceled because Donald Trump sucks. This got canceled, well, I guess also because Donald Trump sucks.
Yeah, and it ain't just the lefties, but Democrats are also seriously complaining about this, having a meltdown over it. Adam Schiff saying, just finished taping with Stephen Colbert, who announced his show was canceled. If Paramount and CBS ended the Late Show for political reasons, the public deserves to know and deserves better. We also have this here. It says CBS canceled Colbert's show just 3 days after Colbert called out CBS parent company Paramount for a $16 million settlement with Trump, a deal that looks like bribery. America deserves to know if the show was canceled for political reasons. Watch and share this message. Again, I'm going to be honest with you. If one of my hosts or people on my show costed my business $16 million, for sure, I'm going to have him get canceled and removed. He's lucky that he has, they kept him on, even still costing them $60 million. Like, this is a form of privilege that, only very rich people or people on the correct side get. Because, again, if somebody has been, cost my company $60 million, as I've been saying, they're getting kicked immediately. They're getting fired immediately. And it's not because, because of bribery or whatever. It's not because they cost my company $16 million. See, for me, that's inconceivable. I can't fathom that amount of money. But the fact of the matter is that they cost me this much money, and I'm going to get rid of the person that cost me that much money and have somebody that maybe can make me that much money in a period of time span without it costing me that much, including paying his insane salary. Now, again, this is something as well that is a common trend with current companies, right? Current companies. It's not just Stephen Colbert, but it has a lot to do with other Fox News companies as well. That's been trickling down to be an issue. And even still, as I said here, that this is the thing. We have the late night TV ratings revealed who's top and who's lagging behind, and we have this here where the ratings are in for the records quarter of 2025, and things remain competitive across late night, with Stephen Colbert holding on top of the spot in this hour and Greg Gutfeld dominating his slot and having huge gains year on year. According to LateNight.com, citing Nielsen ratings CBS, the late night show with Stephen Colbert topped the 11:35 p.m. per hour in total views with an average of 2.4 million. Now we have The Late Show. The Late Show was also the only program to show an increase over the first quarter, with the show 1% in coveted 18 to 49 demo. Colbert brought in 219,000 viewers. That's actually really bad if you want to really think about it, compared to like a lot of other people that get it. It says Jimmy Kimmel Live in second for the 8:35 with 220,000 viewers in the demo, and last time it got 1.7 million viewers. And then we have with Gutfeld, where it fits the into Tim Slate's the show, which takes a satirical look at the weekly news with a panel of comedians and political commentators, averaged 3.2 million viewers for the second quarter and 238,000 in the demo. So again, this is not just a Stephen Colbert thing. This is like a late night rating show over everything type thing. This is not just one individual. They're all doing like bad. And they're losing viewership, so they probably canned him because they just can't pay his salary. I don't think anybody is going to be able to stay on these channels for long. So again, all these people are probably going to get canned. First, I'll deal with Stephen Colbert first. It'll be Jimmy Kimmel next, and then Gutfeld, because again, they can't pay these people these salaries because their age demographic is already very old. I mean, I think it's like 65 to 40 with Fox News, and then and along with every other network. So that being said, as these people, unfortunately, I hate to say this, as these people get older or pass on, there's nobody coming back to watch their shows, so it's going to be a very huge problem. So I don't find this being an issue, and these Democrats just going out like it's like, oh, it's because of this or whatever. Well, the 16 million settlement would have something to do with it because, again, I said I would fire these people for it, fire somebody that maybe cost that much amount of money. But at the same time, the shows and ratings are just not doing well. So that's what we have here. I mean, I don't know what else to tell people. Things happen, but it is what it is. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.